What's up, guys? It's Johnny here from RetroPlay Games, and on this episode of Play of the Week, we had an absolutely beautiful Pokemon collection come in, and I want to share it with you guys. Let's do it. And today, we have a really cool giant box of Crown Royal Harvest Rye. Just kidding. Like I mentioned earlier in the week when I posted, this is a awesome Pokemon collection that's come in. But you know, Crown Royal, if you're watching this, sponsorship. So I thought, obviously I've already looked through it because I had to determine the value. But I put it all back in the box. I haven't taken anything out of the binders or anything like that, because I wanted to go live and share this with you guys. So it's really, really a beautiful collection. One of those ones that you hope and dream is going to come through the door, and finally it has. So let's take a look at this together. First things first. It came with this sweet Burger King Pokemon crown. So I'm going to swap out the Sonic for the royalty here. Have it your way at Burger King. Get your Pokemon cards your way at RetroPlay Games. Starting with this cool crown. So we're going to dig, it's a really big box. We're going to dig into this here and see what we got. So first, we've got this Beckett Collectors magazine. There's a bunch of these actually here. And these are really cool. They give you kind of like an idea of what was going on at the time in the 90s. So all the new upcoming Pokemon products. You can see the old school Dragon Ball Z card game. And they've got all kinds of facts. There's, oh, cool. I love when you find stuff like this. I'm not going to put that on camera. I'm going to take that away because I don't know what's on there. Some of the stuff I honestly haven't even looked through yet, so we're doing it together. It's got the mail-in cards there. You could get special prizes and stuff. And it shows you complete catalogs of, because obviously these cards come out in Japan before they come out here in North America. So you can see what's on the horizon here. This next particular set would have been Neo, and you can see the Japanese, win the Japanese booster box there. These are so cool. It's like this whole box is basically a 90s time capsule. So essentially the story behind it is the guy came in and his grandpa had gotten into collecting Pokemon cards with him when he was a kid. So they opened up a bunch of packs, put the cards into the binders, and then, you know, kids grow up and stuff happens. They go off to live their lives. And then these kind of boxes just get tucked away in the attic or somewhere at Grandpa's house. And then here we are, you know, 25, 30 years later, and we're finding these boxes, and the collections are starting to come through now. So the Beckett collector guides there. We got another one here featuring Ash and Pikachu, Pokemon the Movie 2000. And it looks like Team Rocket was the big set of the time at this point in time. And then it has the prices and stuff for the cards. So let's see, what can we find here? What's Pokemon price guide and checklist? You can see there's it's got all the different languages, Japanese, there's the Spanish set. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful artwork there. We just don't see stuff like that anymore. So let's see if we can find Pikachu first edition. Looks like the French base set first edition booster box. $200, Logan Paul. You got ripped off. $200 for that box. We find something. Okay, here we go. Complete set with Raichu. First edition Team Rocket set. $160. If anybody out there wants to do the math and convert, factoring in for inflation, again, just it's so cool to see this and what the prices were back in the day. I love looking at the old Magic ones where it's like, oh yeah, you could get a Beta Black Lotus for $100. If only those prices had held steady over time. But I mean, hey, that's why you collect, right? There's going to be some increase in value there. The Electric Tail of Pikachu. It looks like a sealed comic there. Number 3. That's super cool too. $12.99 at Byway. Anybody remember Byway? I went to the Byway that was it was just down the corner from my house there on what's that? Indian and Divine Street. We had a byway. I remember I bought a copy of Mario's Missing at the byway. That place was awesome. Clearly, they had some great stuff. We'll set these aside. I'm not going to open the sealed comic. And there's obviously a bunch of cards and binders and stuff here, but we're going to save those for last because that's the creme de la creme. So next we have, to go with my awesome crown, an original Burger King kids meal bag. Only at Burger King restaurants, while supplies last, featuring everybody's favorite Jigglypuff. I certainly need a nap after Burger King, and Jigglypuff is going to sing you to sleep when you are done with your Whopper. Oh, cool. Next, the Tiger Pokedex. So I have one of these. Lots of people have been asking me about it. It's been in my showcase, just sitting there. I wanted one of these so bad when I was a kid. It came out at the store, and I lost my mind trying to get my mom to buy it for me. And this one still works. It fires up. You can search for the Pokemon in there. It's got a calculator built into it. Look at that old school individual pixel art on there. Just really takes me back. I absolutely had to have one of these because I was running around catching imaginary Pokemon with my friends, because we didn't have Pokemon Go back then. You had to use a Pokeball of your creation, and you had to use your imagination. Get outside, just make sure you're back when the street lights come on. Super cool to see that. And then we've got, it looks like some of the kids meal toys that came from those Burger King, that Burger King kids meal there. Big kids meal? Maybe, is that what it was called? I don't know. Oh, cool, it's a Magnemite. Oh, is it a top? Maybe it's, it looks like something happens when you spin it there. I don't know. I'm going to have to carefully play with that a little bit later. But that's really cool. I love the Pokemon, the little figures and stuff that they came out with. And you can still get, that's one piece of the 90s nostalgia you can still get, is McDonald's does those Happy Meals. You can get those toys. I think I'm probably, put the microphone close. I'm probably yelling into it. Sorry, guys, for anybody that's wearing headphones. Rip. And a Jigglypuff to go with our Jigglypuff Burger King kids meal bag. Perfect. Love it. Absolutely beautiful. And these are like mint condition. Like they came out of the box and or came out of the bag and then went right back into these, and nobody ever touched them again until now. Oh, there we got some cards here in a Ziploc bag. This is not the way to store Pokemon cards, but back in the day, this is what we had. Let's see here, we got some Neo, a Jumpluff, ooh, a Fossil Raichu, Clefable, Mr. Mime, Victory Bell, Wigglytuff, Ninetales, Clefairy Doll, some cool vintage holos there. And then just some common stuff that came from the Neo series. There's doubles there, so I'm not sure if maybe this was part of somebody's deck that they were playing with. It's a lot of commons. I am not 100% sure. So energies there. Ooh, and then some modern Pokemon cards. So these didn't work their way into Grandpa's basement in the 90s. These are recent acquisitions. Fletchling and Furfrou holos. And as usual with this stuff, guys, it's all going to be available for you to help complete your sets and your collections and all of that good stuff. So once I get a chance to properly sort through everything, this is all going to be available for you to come in and check out. All right, next up, we got some of my other favorite game, and I'm going to be doing another video regarding Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there has been some awesome news in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. Some cool new stuff has come out, and we got a big old bag of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards here as well. Let's see if there's any Blue Eyes White Dragon in there. What do we got? Oh, it's this first edition. I'd love to see that. And a giant pack of penny sleeves, which is great because I'm out of penny sleeves right now, so what a lifesaver. Thank you, sir, for coming in with this collection. Let's see, we got Dramatic Rescue, the Mystic Tomato. Just like I say, every time I do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Video, I just absolutely love Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. They are so silly, so cool, so nostalgic. This was a game that I really jumped into with both feet when I was a kid. Like, I collected Pokemon cards, but I played Yu-Gi-Oh! I loved it. Gravedigger Ghoul, Premature burial. Looks like the remnants of some kind of, what do we got here? Starter Kaiba Evolution. Structure deck here. So also not quite vintage, but there's still some cool cards in here. I'm trying to figure out there because the camera is there. Relinquished. Nope. Paladin of White Dragon. Gora Turtle. Ooh, Jar of Greed. Flute of Summoning Dragon. Real cool. Starter Kaiba Evolution. So not 100% vintage, but still cool. Blast from the past from Yu-Gi-Oh! And the most exciting part of this bag, the penny sleeves. I'm going to put those to good use. Awesome. So a little segue into Yu-Gi-Oh! There. I completely forgot that these are in the box. So not a pure Pokemon video, but for those of you Yu-Gi-Oh! Lovers out there, I have tons of great Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards as well, and you are welcome to come in and take a look at those. Complete your decks. I've got some tins. Big restock on Pokemon booster boxes since we're on the topic of that. I got a little bit of everything, some ETBs. There is a ton of really good Pokemon product available right now here at RetroPlay Games, so make sure you get on out and check it out. Just tossing over to the comments here. What's up, Billy? Thanks for watching. I'm flipping back and forth between OBS because Facebook is delayed. We got some top loaders here. Collector Safe 25 top loaders. Safeguard value and condition. And that still holds true today. And they are also still made in China. Look at that. Some vintage 90s Collector Safe top loaders. Beautiful. Those will go great with my penny sleeves. And some more. Lots of top loaders. This is actually a huge score because top loaders are getting ridiculously hard to find right now. For those of you that are ripping packs and collecting and putting your high-end stuff in the top loaders, which I definitely recommend because like you saw there, condition protector. These are actually getting somewhat hard to get a hold of. Thank you for the captain of the ship in the Suez Canal there for causing a giant plastic shortage, which is unbelievable because we produce a ton of plastic here in Sarnia. Ooh, this looks cool. Here we go. This looks like, if I can get it open, was it childproof or something? There we go. This looks like an old school deck of Pokemon playing cards. And these were well loved. I know back in the day when I was at Grandma's house and Grandpa's house, me and my grandma played a lot of cards. Crazy Eights, anybody? Go Fish. That was my jam. And there's some beautiful, look at this hand-drawn art on these. Oh, yeah. This is just great. We don't see art like this anymore. It's all, a lot of the stuff is all 3D, produced, digital. This is just awesome, beautiful, hand-drawn artwork. I love it. Not sure if it's an entire deck of 52. Like I said, I went through, I valued everything, but some of the stuff I didn't, I didn't count all the deck. It just toss it in with the value. It's super cool. And then it's got, oh, it looks like these are some one-offs. Oh no, a little sun bleach. That sat in the store for a while. Really cool. So not traditional Pokemon cards, but Pokemon cards nonetheless. Another awesome piece of Pokemon history from the 90s there. And what else do we got? Ziplocs. Grandpa loves Ziplocs. I do too, just not for storing my cards anymore. There's definitely some different cards in here. So these look like some bingo cards or something. Pokemon Bingo. Got to catch it at a theater near you. Man, a lot of trips to Burger King. This is a lot of Burger King stuff. Pretty cool there. Ooh, I think it still smells like French fries, guys. Still smells like French fries. 1990s, when the food was better. And these are like the punch-out ones from the movie here. So Mewtwo Strikes Back. These were kind of like an off series there. Some trivia on these guys. They're still cool. They got some cool artwork. I don't dig on them obviously as much as the actual Wizards of the Coast Pokemon cards, but still some really cool stuff in there. Pokemon the first movie, absolutely loved it. I had my aunt bought like 4 tickets for me so I could get 4 of the Ancient Mew cards. And we've got some of the top series. Let's see if there's anything sweet in here. Again, not as big a value as the Wizards of the Coast stuff, but Topps did produce some really cool cards, and some of these are actually... Oh, hey, look at that. There's a hidden Yu-Gi-Oh card, a Kaiser Seahorse. Let's see what we got in here. Charmeleon, Diglett. Oh, Charizard. There we go. That's going to have some value. It's not the Topps Chrome series, I think, the ones that are the hollow foil ones, but still really cool nonetheless. And again, just beautiful artwork on these. Some more of those Burger King ones snuck their way in here. We're going to have to flip these over. There we go, another Charmander. Everybody loves those basics. Victory Bell. I don't see any of the Topps Chromes one yet, though, so far. Oh, here we go. Here's the checklist there. So you know which ones it is that you're missing, that you need. Very cool. A little Moo Moo Milk. Beauty. Wigglytuff. Beedrill. The Charizard is really cool. I'm going to have to put that up safely on display so that it's not tempting. No more 5-finger discount blowouts for this guy. Pikachu and Raichu. Look at that. Beautiful. These are really good condition too. Alakazam, another fan favorite. Pidgeotto and Bellsprout. Persian and Meowth. So this might very well be a whole set. We'll have to go double check and see. Burger King one. Oh, another Yu-Gi-Oh card. Gift to the Mystical Elf. Really cool stuff. Oh, Mysterious Puppeteer. Arbok and Oddish. Just looking to see if we got any Topps Chrome. I didn't see any in here before, but who knows, right? Hey, look at that. First edition Dark Persian. Another fan favorite there. Jam breeding machine. There's just a whole slew of really cool stuff in here. Dark Kadabra, first edition. And what else? Dark Flareon and Dark Raticate. First edition Team Rocket, guys. We'll just gather these up and set them off to the side and get through the rest of the box. There's still a bunch more stuff in here. Hopefully everybody had a good week. It is absolutely freezing. And we are nice and warm here out at RetroPlay Games. Hopefully you guys are too. Okay, what's next? Ooh, a box here. Pokemon cards for $250. Somebody got this whole box. $250. Sort in place in binders, especially for first edition. Oh, okay, so these are like unsorted cards that Grandpa was still working his way through. What do we got here? We got the rules, version 2. Hey, the manual for that Pokedex. That's real cool. I love manuals. We are all about boxes and manuals around here. I'm pretty sure that came in a plastic blister pack, so there's no chance that we're going to get the box for it. But I am still real happy to see the manual. Big old stack of Pokemon cards. Let's rip through these real quick. What do we got here? Some base set stuff. Ooh, there we go. Shadowless Charmander, Diglett, Shadowless Coughing. Some real good stuff. Pikachus, more Shadowless. I told the guy when he came in too, like I paid a real good chunk of change for this collection, but it's just too bad that he didn't find it maybe 6 months to a year ago. Pokemon was just absolutely bonkers. And he would have gotten a mint for all of these cards, let me tell you. Good for collectors, bad for collectors. What do you think? What do you think about the violent price swings in Pokemon cards, the volatility of the market? Let me know in the comments. Let's flip back to the comments and see what's going on here. No, they don't print the Kadabra cards anymore because a magician went after Wizards of the Coast. It's like, oh, you can't print that card anymore because that's like part of my shtick. And they are now printing Kadabra cards again. I think that whole debacle is over. First edition Zubat. Look at that. This is why you don't store Pokemon cards with rubber bands on them, guys. So it'll warp the cards, but also when the rubber bands dry out, like, yeah, it's only a common. It's first edition, but there's no getting that off like neat and clean. That is like legitimately stuck right on there. That rubber band dried out. And poor first edition Zubat is forever bound in rubber band. Some more common stuff. Ooh, there we go. First edition Golbat. All right. Seadra, Tentacruel. The first edition symbol just, I get so excited as soon as I see that. Love it. Beautiful. What we got here? First of the 3 series I collected. Oh, so Grandpa's got some notes for himself there, so he knows what to look out for. Ooh, cool. Look at that. Unfortunately, also... Oh, okay. No. It came off nice and clean. Look at this. Beautiful. It's not sealed. I'm pretty sure the Jumpluff that we took a look at in the Ziploc bag there was from this deck. That is so cool. A blast from the past for Pokemon history. I do have the 2-player starter set box as well. Not really a ton of value in this stuff unless it's, sealed. But this is so cool to see. Hot Foot theme deck from Neo. Oh, more penny sleeves. Thank you, Grandpa. You know what I'm after. The rules, version 1. So we got a version 1 and a version 2 rulebook. And what else is in here? Is there going to be some tokens or counters? Looks like some construction paper. So Grandpa must have been doing some labeling his collection in the back end. Very, very cool. I'm going to try to reconstruct this deck out of the cards that are in the bags here and put that back in the box. This is really cool. It's getting a nice foil on the box too, the stars and everything. They just don't make stuff like they used to anymore. Nowadays, you pull open a box of Magic cards and all the foils are Pringles, basically, and it's just not the same. The card stock, like if you take an old vintage Magic card or vintage Pokemon card even, and just feel it, it's not the same. They really cut corners, except for the Japanese series ones. And if you saw, for anybody that hasn't checked out, we got on YouTube there, my last grading submission that came back, we ended up getting a flawless 10 from Mint, which is just absolutely crazy. Super hard to get those. The Japanese quality control is still phenomenal. Unfortunately lacking a bit here in North America. It's a lot harder to get those 10s. And you can see why if you compare vintage cards to the ones from today, there's a thickness to it and a quality there. But, inflation and cost of production and all that kind of stuff, it has an effect on the collectibles world as well. Not everything is made the same as it used to be. So set that aside. I'm so excited about these. Also from Burger King, we've got the gold-plated Pokemon cards. 23 karat gold-plated in the box. And just beautiful examples in the box too. Like, look at this. I'm not gonna pull them all open, but like still in the plastic. Nobody even, like, these were taken from the Happy Meal, or sorry, McDonald's, from the Burger King Kids Meal, and put right into the collection without ever actually taking them out and opening them. So they're sealed in the plastic with the certificates of authenticity. There's the big boy right there, Charizard. Little Poliwrath. My personal favorite, Mewtwo. And a Togepi. I think that's the complete set, right? Yep, all 6 of them. All 6, the whole shebang right there. Complete in the boxes, complete in the plastic, certificates of authenticity. Never had those greasy French fry fingers touch the cards like I unfortunately did when I was a kid. Sorry, the microphone's in the way there. This is just so cool. A little Gengar toy there. I don't know. I think that's probably not vintage. What does it say on it? Oh, 1999! Nice! Everybody loves Gengar. Oh, some more notes here. Looks like some collection notes were tucked out aside. So I don't want any personal information to leak out onto the internet here. And then look at this, guys. Another one of those collection guides featuring everybody's favorite Charizard on the front there. Get that off to the side. No identifying information, it's just notes about the cards, but you never know. Look at this. All about the history of the Pokemon. Introduction to all the Pokemon. Ooh, and the price guides here. Fossil. They didn't even have the fossil prices for stuff yet. It was only in Japan. I remember I went to a farmer's market or a flea market or something outside, and I got first edition fossil packs. I vividly remember opening those. Didn't really get anything good, but just to have been around for the genesis of Pokemon was so cool. Here we go, base set. Let's see where we're at. Where's Charizard? Oh, first edition base set Charizard, folks. $240 back in the 90s. Look at that. If only you had a time machine and could go back and just buy every single one and retire early, right? But unfortunately, you can't do that, and now they are several $1,000s a piece minimum for a beat-up one. But it's so cool to look back in time with these old school publications that have those prices in them. Absolutely love this stuff. So I'm going to put all this back in the box. That is the last of the collection, and then we're going to take a look what everybody has been hanging on here for and what I have intentionally waited until last to keep you guys hooked and watching and hopefully gather some of that YouTube ad revenue, the binders. So give me just a minute, guys. Once again, tons of existing Pokemon product is out here. I'm going to sort through this collection. I'm going to get the stuff up for sale. Some of it is not going to be available immediately, and you are going to see why when we dive into these binders here. This is the most exciting part. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Okay. So in no particular order, we got these super cool. They're not ideal for storing cards. They're not the D-ring binders. So for those of you that are looking for more the old school kind of binder, you're going to want to find ones that are D-ring so that they don't, the pages don't kind of get caught in there. It bends your cards. You can get the binder ring dents in there. So you want to be really careful about that stuff. Here we go. Let's take a look and see. In binder number 1. Try to work these angles here. Some trainer cards. Camera's jumping in and out of focus. There we go. Looks like just some trainers. This binder I don't think was super exciting. Oh, look at that. First edition Eevee. Oh yeah, a bunch of first edition jungle stuff. There we go. Now we're starting to get to the meat and potatoes. First edition Wizards of the Coast Pokemon cards. It's not the super exciting stuff. It's not a first edition Charizard. Believe me when I tell you that I wish that one of those would walk in here so that I can get my hands on it. Not this time, maybe next time. If anybody has any leads, super open to take a look. What do we got next here? One of these binders are not created equal, and I want to make sure that we're... Okay, we'll go through this one first. The last one is the real banger. So here we go, guys. This is the most exciting part of this box. Thank you for tuning in and watching with me. I'm super excited to share it with you. Here we go. We've got this really cool Pokemon or Pokedex divider pages. They've got the labels in there. So Grandpa separated all the sets and labeled it base set. We've got jungle and fossil. So the first 3 generations of Pokemon is what people were collecting here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Get this in better view. Working around my my bar top countertop here. Look at that. Including the Charizard. And the condition of these guys, just crispy. Like, pulled out of the pack, put right in the binder, forgot about it for 25 years, and then came into the shop and sold it to me. I love this kind of stuff. I had another collection not too long ago that came in like that. Billy, yep, they're using both sides of the pages here. Another collection came in that was just what we call in the guitars a closet classic. Somebody put it in there and didn't touch it until now. More Pokemon goodness. cutting off the top there. I got to work around the bar top part of my counter. Beautiful. Complete base set. Like I said, unfortunately not first edition for the base set stuff, but we did get a lot of first edition commons from Jungle. Really cool to see. Some shadowless stuff. Just a great example of a classic collection. I remember when I was new to this, my cousin gave me a box of cards. It was actually the first Pokemon cards that I got. He gave me the 2-player starter set, and it came with the Magneton hollow foil from base set, and I traded it for a super potion because I didn't have the card and was like, oh yeah, it makes sense to me. I was a dumb kid, and some guy on the playground ripped me off. And then my grandpa took me to the corner store when I was in Chatham there, and we bought a bunch of Pokemon packs. It's just like this guy's grandpa. He was, wanted to bond with me over it and was curious about it. And him and my grandma had collected trading cards and invested in some trading cards and stuff. And it turned out all the Pokemon card packs are fake. They're called Q-Boy. Anybody out there had Q-Boy Pokemon cards? They were the off-brand, like purple back, just terrible counterfeits. And I was so sad when I found out they were fake. But what are you going to do, right? So here we go, on to the Jungle stuff. Boom! Beautiful Jungle foils. We got the Eevee evolutions in there, Flareon, Jolteon. Just gorgeous cards. I really was tempted to take these out of the binders because I want to get them into those penny sleeves and top loaders and stuff so that I can store them away properly and keep them safe. But I really wanted to preserve the original aesthetic of the collection as it came in because I just had to share this with you guys. Hopefully you are as excited about it as I am. There we go, some first edition stuff there. So we'll have to go through and see how complete the first edition set is. Some first edition stuff on this side there, some more commons. And then on to Fossil. I love these binder dividers for keeping the sets separate. I'm going to have to grab these and adapt them into. I've got an old school, the Pokemon binder with Snorlax on it, the big D-ring one. Love that binder. I'm going to have to take these out, put that stuff in there. Here we go, on to Fossil. Doesn't look like we've got a 100% complete set here. First edition Articuno. Oh my. So good. Ooh, there we go. First edition Kabutops. And again, just absolutely phenomenal condition. Like, they didn't even breathe on it. Grandpa knew what he was doing, took them out of the pack and put them right into the binder. And we got some first edition non-hollows here. First edition non-hollow Kabutops. And then a slew of first edition commons and uncommons as well. Looks like a little bit of binder. The pages kind of got a little warped there. First editions, more first editions. First edition, Mr. Fuji. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. So here's some of these bootleg 90s Pokemon cards, the stickers. Grandpa put them in sleeves, but just look at that. Like, terrible printing quality. The foil is not even close. Like, it's not even cut right. There are actually people out there that collect these, so I will put these up for sale in the groups, of course, identifying that they're not real, etc., etc. But there are dedicated collectors that want to relive those disappointing moments from the 90s when they inadvertently purchase fake Pokemon cards. So those will be available as well for the... just look at that. Like, it's just absolutely terrible. Not even close. Some more of the top series cards here. Some more of the movie series, the Punch-Out cards. And we do have a couple of the Chrome series hollow foils, or at least the one there, the Poliwrath. Really, really nice. They don't have the same kind of value as the OG Pokemon cards do, but still very cool. Oh, there's a hollow foil. The Pikachu Showdown in Pewter City. That episode is just absolutely like heart-wrenching, tear-jerking episode where Pikachu almost dies and Ash tries to sacrifice himself to save his life. Like, talk about a way to suck people in. Episode 1 is just absolutely crazy. All right, guys, here we go. The last binder, the last little bit of this collection, and then I will let you get back to whatever it was that you were doing before you tuned in. Let's check the comments real quick here. Yeah, absolutely. NFT. I thought about doing NFTs with the stolen cards and doing like some sort of a charity auction for myself, actually. And yeah, I got to touch on that as well. So we did end up getting some of the stolen stuff back. So again, big ups to LA Mood. Big ups to everybody else that was involved in helping with the recovery of that stuff. I got my Conker's Bad Fur Day back. I got the Zelda Wii U back, as well as a good chunk of graded cards. So the Beckett 9.5 Shining Charizard has come back home, as well as a bunch of the PSA 9 and 10 Charizards that I had. So I'm super happy, super relieved to get those back. All in all, it was a hair over $10,000 worth of stuff has come back into the shop. So once again, thank you to everybody involved in that. And actually, speaking of LA Mood, I had to go in and support them because I had to go into London and pick up the stuff at the police station. So I was able to get this beautiful Mewtwo binder. These are incredibly hard to get. I've tried to get them through distribution. They're always out of stock. They're always being reordered, but you can never, ever get any. LA Mood has more of these on hand, so definitely go check those guys out and show them some love. I am forever grateful to them for helping us get our cards recovered and pick up some really cool stuff. They have a ton of great singles in there, lots of sealed product, everything you could possibly want. LA Mood has it. If you are in the London area, definitely check them out. Also, big shouts to Travis from District Beta for facilitating that trip. And, you know, again, the whole crew here at District Beta has just been absolutely phenomenal. So make sure you jump on their website, districtbetasarnia.ca. Book some time because it's going to be busy out here as soon as everybody's able to come out and play the VR and the video games and stuff again. And make sure you show Travis some love because none of this would be possible without him. So thanks again. And without further ado, the last binder. Here we go. This is the most exciting one. Let's dig in. So base set again with these cool dividers, and then boom, another Charizard. Base set Charizard. And again, just absolutely beautiful condition. So some of this stuff is going to be available. I'm going to go through and sort it, but to be completely honest with you guys, a lot of this stuff is so mint that I am going to have to send it off to be graded. It's like this is one of those once in a lifetime collections, like I said, that somebody finds in a closet or in the attic or something, and it's just beautiful. There we go. Some more base set stuff. Is another complete base set. So I think Grandpa had two complete sets of each. Look at that. Nice shadowless Magikarp there. Just gorgeous. Really takes me back. I had a shadowless Red Cheeks Pikachu, and I did end up selling that. So one of the real good customers that comes through, the guy has really supported me for Pokemon, so he was able to get me to let that go for the right price. Kind of regret it, though. Bring it back so I can take a look at it, man. There we go. Getting to the end of this base set here. All the energies. And then now, the coolest part of this collection. Ready? Here we go. Look at that. First edition Jungle. All like beautiful mint condition first edition Jungle. Just gorgeous. Except unfortunately for the Pidgeot. I think there's a couple other ones here that are unlimited versions. Look at that. First edition Snorlax. All of the Eevee evolutions. Just absolutely gorgeous. And then we'll couple that up with the other first edition cards, the commons and uncommons that were in the bag. And we'll be close to full first edition Jungle set. That is so cool. And like I said, these are the packs that I was opening when I was a kid, and it just really hits that nostalgia for me. Absolutely love this. So if you guys want to come in and take a look at this stuff, even just to peek at it and see the real cool old school Pokemon cards. For those of you that are just getting into it with your kids, I'm getting into it with my son right now. And I've given him a couple of my old school, the real beat up holos, and he just loves them. He's always talking about how he's going to get them graded, and just like his dad, chip off the old block. There we go. Look at that. First edition Fossil, guys. Absolutely beautiful, like mint first edition Dragonite, first edition minty Gengar. I believe this Articuno is Spanish. Nope. There is a Spanish one. first edition Moltres, first edition Zapdos, and then the other binder has the first edition Articuno. So there's some really cool sets of first edition collectible stuff. Some of the first edition non-holos there. The standard unlimited non-holos, and then we start getting into more of the first edition commons and uncommons. I just love to see this stuff. I really, like I said, I wish that there was first edition base set stuff. To be completely honest, wouldn't be able to afford a collection that came in that was complete first edition base. But I am interested in taking a look at some graded specimens or some raw specimens of first edition base. So if anybody has any leads on that stuff, especially a Charizard, or same with, old school Magic, I'd like to get my hands on some Power. I'd like to get my hands on some old school LOB first edition Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you guys have or have any leads on some of these, big time closet classic sets that contain this stuff, let me know. If we make a big enough deal, I will pay a finder's fee to get my hands on some of that real cool stuff. So keep your ears to the ground, guys. There is more of these out there. You think, small town Sarnia, everybody knows the value. There's not going to be any of this stuff. And then a big collection, beautiful binders like this walk right into my shop. So it is still out there. And then we've got some of the Black Star promos here. 3 Mews, a Mewtwo, and a Pikachu. I think the Pikachu is just base set too. He's not a promo. But the page was labeled as promos. So that's it, guys. Speaking of stuff that's still out there, we haven't made 100% recovery of all the stolen goods. I am still missing my PSA 7 set of base set starter trio. There's a couple of video game items. My Game Boys and stuff are still kicking around out there. So once again, if anybody knows anything, has any leads on where that stuff is, at this point, I'm kind of like a no questions asked. I just want the stuff back. So if it shows up in a box in front of the door there, great. I just want the stuff, right? So, some of these is my, things that I've had for a long time. Or the nostalgia is more important to me than the actual value. Like the Game Boys, the Game Boy Micro doesn't even work. The silver Game Boy is scratched to crap and it's missing the battery door on it and everything. They're not super valuable items. They're just nostalgic to me. So again, if anybody knows anything or if anybody has any info about where this stuff is, no questions asked. Just please bring it back to me. I'd love to get my hands on that stuff again. That's all I got for you for this epic Pokemon collection. So once again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm going to be continuing to film some more stuff here, so look forward to more content regarding Yu-Gi-Oh! There's been some big news in the gaming community with Microsoft acquiring Blizzard, Activision, all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to film as much content in advance while we're still a little bit shut down out here and get that up onto YouTube. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Lots of great stuff out here, cooking up some great deals. I've got the new Warhammer stuff, all the paints and the tools and everything that you need. Dungeons and Dragons, if you guys want to start an adventure, I have all kinds of great stuff out here, dice and books and everything like that. So come see me, let's make some deals. Stay safe, stay warm, it's absolutely freezing out there. And until next time, play on.